Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Patrick Francis. I'm here with Jaleesa Walker, Don Fabro, and Toy Hang Hun to talk about stress management at TD Bank Group Canada. We have 4 main points relating to TD Bank Group, which we will follow by our own personal experiences through this project, and finally a conclusion at the end. The first point we're going to be talking about is a brief history of TD. We're then going to go into what stress management is, stress is, and how they manage it at TD Bank. We're going to follow that up with our conclusions and our recommendations for the company at the end. TD Bank. TD Bank was founded in 1855 to provide service to grain millers and general merchants. Since then, it has expanded and grown into the 6th largest bank in North America. It provides service to over 22 million clients around the world. It holds $1.4 trillion in assets, and last year alone brought in $7.1 billion in adjusted revenue. Its mission is to be the best-run, customer-focused, integrated financial institution with a unique and inclusive employee culture. I'm now going to hand this off to my partner.
Thank you, Pat. Today we'll discuss stress management theory specifically in the workplace. A few examples of stress that occur in the workplace can be a death in your family, a change in management, or even working with new employees. Some sources of stress can include challenge stress. Specifically occurs within time-dependent tasks, workload, and pressure to complete. This can also be seen as positive, since setting a goal can be an accomplishment once completed. Another example of stress includes hindrance stress, which is goal interactions and interferences. Something like a new resource or a new timeline for an event or a project can interfere with your goal. Another example includes stress associated with demands and resources. This can be seen as responsibilities and obligations typically within one's control. Typically a negative stress, because if something changes and you don't have control over the entire situation, it's unfortunate and it depends on the demands and the resources of the job. The effects of stress can be seen psychologically, physiologically, and behavioral. An example of psychological stress will include irritability or anxiety, even your lack of confidence within your job. Another example will be physiological, which includes headaches and high blood pressure. It's important to take note of your changes in the body within a day-to-day basis because these can go unnoticed. Both of these combined can be detrimental on your behavior. An example will be withdrawn or having outbursts or even frequent injuries on the job. Within workplace management, it's important to take note that changes can occur on an individual level and an organizational level. Changes that you can make on a day-to-day basis on an individual level include incorporating a gym routine, maybe even taking up yoga, or relaxing and stressing throughout the day. On an organizational level, it's important for organizations to infer and find interest within their employees' feedback. It's also important for organizations to encourage training programs and wellness programs. Organizations should also always be encouraging their employees to take advantage of all the resources within the environment. Don will now express how stress management is important in financial sectors.
Thank you, Jaleesa. And now I'll be talking about why stress management is very, very important in the financial sector. First and foremost, it's because of the rapid changes we're experiencing now. Diversity, and the economy, and as well as the change in globalization and social trends as well. We also include the technology that is ever advancing as well. And also the nature of the job itself is very important when it comes to stress. Dealing with customers face to face and having to deal with the satisfaction that is required of the organization, as well as having to accurately deal with money and numbers as well. So some of the sources of stress at the financial sectors include the risk of robbery, possible violence from angry customers because we're dealing with money, conflicting tasks, and fast-paced environment too, because once you are in the front-facing side of the business, it's very fast-paced and you have to deal with a lot of customers at a time. And also challenge stress as well. Like the job can be challenging at times, and also having to keep that demand of high reputation and customer satisfaction to maintain as well. And now I'm going to hand it over to Clover.
Thank you, Don. And I would like to talk to you about the stress management application at TD. So in 2010 report, TD's mission was to develop the environment where employee can totally be supported and confidently contribute to the growth of the business. And to support this idea, they actually improve employees' communications as well as their physical location, and also about training and hiring benefits, and the most importantly through recognition and rewardings. So for the first one, employee communications, we have employee feedback program and also employees interaction and effective communication. For this program, we help to identify the primary source of stress and also help employees to feel there is a place for them to be heard and supported. For the next one, we have training benefits. So flexible hour and supported training are given to employees. They are free to choose their working hours that they feel most comfortable with. And also we provide a lot of training programs to help them to deal with those specific tasks and also perform better. We have training on the job, and also training materials websites. And for physical design at the location, we have open space, also shared common resting area for employees to come to chat with each other during the break to help them reduce the stress, and also have an equal economic seating. The next one will be hiring benefits. So we attract and retain the right candidates. We believe that the candidates with the right behavior, personality, and also qualification will meet the job demands and also perform better. We also provide them the opportunity to apply for other transitional internal positions in case we have like a job cut down or anything happened. And we also offer them realistic goal setting and job redesign. As an organization, we really believe that if we can have the perfect job for perfect position, that would be improve our success. So we assign relevant workloads to employees and also redesign job if possible, if needed. And we have well-planned job rotation, enlargement, and enrichment for employees as well. And last but not least, we have program initiatives. For these program initiative, we have work-life balance and employee wellness program to take care of employees' health, and also have recognition and rewards. For example, every daily recognition and also celebration put in place to help employees to perform better. And now I would hand off to Don Favreau for the conclusion recommendation.
Thank you, Clover. So as Clover mentioned, TD has a strong strategic stress management programs and initiatives in place, from wellness programs to flexible hours to even recognition and training and development. But with that said, they should do performance reviews and surveys more frequently to basically try to regulate stress more frequently, and doesn't take that long for stress to be managed. And instead of just like having surveys once a year, and have surveys once a month, because it's viable now with the current technology. And I'm gonna hand it off to Pat now for the conclusion.
Our group learned a lot during this presentation, not just about TD, but about our group's stress management as a whole. We encountered problems through unforeseen medical circumstances similar to what could happen at a TD branch or firm. We had to utilize and understand the stress management process the same way the banks did for the same kind of situation. Through that, our group took away the importance of stress management techniques, consistent communication, and consistent checking up on our own personal mental health in regards to stress. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. Today we talked about TD, its history, its success, its rise, its internal policies and practices, the stress it encounters, why it encounters it, our recommendations, and what we've learned. I appreciate all the time you've taken, and please have a wonderful day. I want to read